Hello there. Around 2 months ago, Skywars player AOE would begin his journey to reach 6,000 Skywars wins in a month. The current record was around 5,000, however 6,000 wins required only 200 per day with an extra day to rest. January came and went, and he managed to get the record after an admittedly tough month. But something was wrong about this. I couldn't let AOE be the one to take a Skywars record and hold it. Not because of anything about the guy, I just don't see him as much of a grinder. Towards the end of the month, I was streaming as per usual, and Meathead came into my stream and said that AOE apparently said his record was unbeatable. Right after that, I proposed that me and Meathead get 6969 wins next month, and he agreed. All that was left now was waiting for the start of February. The day is February 1st. Today is going to be the first day of many, and I'll somehow have to throw out 250 wins a day. My main goal per day was to do all this within 10 hours, maintaining 25 wins per hour. Failure to do so would probably result in me getting below 7k wins. Day 1 was certainly the easiest day of them all, by far. I maintained ratios far above what I'd get for the rest of the month, and at a 16 KD and 2.6 win loss. Maybe I got lucky, or maybe after the first day it dawned on me that I'd have to do this for 27 more days. Speaking of, I should probably mention why I decided to go for the record in a 28-day month. One reason was that I knew for certain I had the rest of the month off college due to lockdown, but another is that I simply just don't really care about keeping the record for that long. It's also kind of a weird flex to say that I did it in a 28-day month, but realistically I don't want to have to play that much Skywars for 3 extra days. Sure, compared to 28 days, 3 more days does not sound like a lot. However, as you may have heard from others, the last 10 days are the most challenging, and it doesn't get easier. Back to the record though, the first 10 days were pretty easy. I was only slightly behind on wins because I found that playing on Saturdays was especially pure hell. Day 12 would be one to remember though. After playing with the horrible rotation for 12 days, there was finally a map rotation which gave me the boost I needed to keep grinding. It was so refreshing to finally be able to play different maps after having to suffer for 11 days with the previous rotation. It was also one of the only days in recent times that I wanted to play Skywars just for fun. I didn't really care about winning or losing, just playing on fresh maps was enough, but that said, such a drastic rotation did end up throwing me off slightly. I don't really know why, but it took me a while to be able to get consistently over 27 wins per hour. This was not that hard on the previous rotations, and it's pretty common, but this new rotation did slow down my grind. I needed to get to know the maps better so I could efficiently grind them, but it took many days until I was able to efficiently grind the maps and get consistent 30 win hours. Day 15 is the first day I had a major lack in daily wins, and that would continue for 3 more days, so I'd get 193, 219 and 176 wins respectively. These 3 days alone sent me back over 162 wins. I was behind, and the situation was unlikely to drastically improve in the next few days. At this point, I was so busy doing college work and going to 2 to 3 appointments per week that this was the result. You can see the few days where I did end up getting quite busy just by the amount of wins I got, but my mindset was also deteriorating. It got to a point where I wanted to do literally just anything else but play Skywars. This is probably the nearest to burnout I'll ever get. Even though I still had the motivation to get the monthly record, I had to push through the days where I'd normally just not play. There are many days where I just don't want to play Skywars, days where I felt like I needed some sort of break, but I knew that break wouldn't come for another 2 weeks. I definitely almost gave up around here, but if I didn't get the record here then I'd probably just be even more unhappy after. By day 22, I'd finished all the college work that for some reason my college decided that this was the best time to throw 3 months of work on me, but now all that was left was to grind the remaining wins. In 6 days I needed to achieve over 1750 wins, and if we look at the schedule I was over 250 wins behind. This means I needed to get around 290 wins per day for 6 days in a row. Finally, on the last day, I remember that the previous 27 days felt like a weird dream, but there was one more grueling day ahead. It was going to be another hard day, but I felt motivated enough to get through it. Sure enough, almost 16 hours later, I completed the 7,000 wins. Completing this month was such an achievement for me. I managed to take every single monthly record and push it into new territories never seen before. I had finally done it. This month, I had achieved levels leaderboard, kills leaderboard, and a record amount of everything. Let's quickly go over the records I achieved. This month I managed to get myself 7,000 wins, almost 45,000 kills, nearly 7,900 heads, over 1.3 million shots or 67.6 opals, and 15 entire levels with some extra change. This means on average per day I got 1,600 kills, 250 wins, 282 heads, 48,000 shots and 5,300 XP. I did all this while still maintaining a 11 KD and 1.73 win loss. This month I also managed to become the first person under level 100 to get Angel Death 12, and the third person to get Angel Death 12 ever, thanks to the around 40 million coins I got. Lastly, I didn't actually get that many 11 kill games. I got around 5, but I did get a lot of 10 kill games, like this one. Happen. No, he just left in front of me! No! Why? I already got an 11 corrupted in this map anyway, it's fine. It's not that much of a problem. Give up, just kill me, there's no point. Just kill me, get me out. It's depressing, it's just depressing. Considering the amount I played, it'd be pretty hard not to see some sort of improvement in skill, and there certainly was one. The main way I could tell I was improving was the speed of my wins. Before the month, getting 30 wins per hour was fairly rare, happening maybe once per day, but now I was able to do it many times per day. Another clear indication was that I was finally able to get close to beating my XP in 1 hour record. Twice. My personal best is 756, and I got that many months ago, so being able to get close to it twice has shown a noticeable increase in skill. 700 XP per hour was also a number I ended up regularly reaching, which is pretty high. I ended up needing a 2-week break from the game after this. I wasn't necessarily burnt out, but rather there were just other things I wanted to do more. I just want to say a massive thanks to Tom, Shimky and Cain for calling with me for hours on end during the entire month. If you'd like to see all my individual sessions, then head over to my Discord and there's a channel where you can see them all. There's also a link to the full spreadsheet consisting of all the sessions in the description. That said, I'm back and I'm going to be doing my best to upload weekly from now on. And if you enjoy my style of content, please let me know and give feedback. Now, my main goal is to get 100 stars in about a month, and I'll be streaming my sessions over at my Twitch channel. Oh, and I'm going to throw this in at the end here, but I also just want to say that JNHackers is going to beat the wins record this month. At the time of writing, he's on track and I really hope he gets it. I'll leave his Twitch link below as well. See ya. There's also a link to the full spreadsheet.